Hey guys, welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, season 7, episode 4. Hey, I am back today with all of you. Thank you. I just have to say thank you. I can never say thank you enough. The views and the downloads on the podcast video over on YouTube, and then the downloads on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm truly at a loss for words because I've been doing this for a while and I do not get paid for this podcast. But if there's anybody out there who wants to buy a sponsorship spot to hear your ad read during my podcast, please email me at hello@coinsandconnections.com. I am so close to being to 10K subscribers on YouTube. If you're listening and you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love it if you would go over to youtube.com/SmileyQuanta and subscribe, binge watch the videos. There's so many different playlists. There's so many different videos. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about Gooten, Society6, and Spreadshirt. And I have videos on all of these platforms. I just want to go in a little detail about that. And then our Q Money Bag start of the week, we're going to get into a little anxiety and depression talk. You guys know I am a big advocate for going to therapy and seeking help for your mental health. By any means necessary, anything you need to do to be whole, to heal, to continue to prosper and love yourself. I am dedicated to that and sharing my experience with you guys. Wow. I want to be honest because the past 2 weeks have been rough for me. I started out this episode last week bigging up myself, and I need to go back and listen to that because I have not been in a great headspace to where I wanted to be happy. Today is like the first day I think I got up, put on a little bit of makeup, and was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I have not been on camera doing my videos the way I should have, and it's because the way I've been feeling. I do want to get into that and things that I've learned and tips for you guys at the end of this episode, but this shouldn't be a super long one, and I know this intro is dragging, so you know what time it is. We have 2 rapid fire questions of the day, and the first one is, with who did you make your last phone call to? So it was my husband. We FaceTime this morning. We send messages, we send words of affirmation, love, and just, push each other to have a great day. And I truly enjoy talking to him in the morning. I enjoy texting him in the morning. I enjoy whatever else we do in the morning. But yes, my call log is full with my husband, regardless if he's 10 miles away or right in the house. We just love on each other a lot. The next question, if you could swim in any liquid, what would it be and why? I'm sitting here thinking that, fluffy but bouncy, but I don't know if I could get that mixture. The only way I could get fluffy and bouncy would be if I swam in some lightly hardened Jello mixed with a little whipped cream. My ideal swimming liquid would be Jello and some whipped cream or Cool Whip, whatever one you prefer. We are going to talk about Gooten, Society6, and Spreadshirt. And you guys, if you're watching, I got my handy dandy notebook. I'm sounding like, who says that? Dora? Is it Dora or was it Steve from Blue's Clues? Here is a little bit information about Gooten. I've done a review on them. I've done unboxings on them. I've showed you how to set up an account on Gooten. Gooten really wants you to have sold or is selling at least 100 products a month to get on their website, right? So they have the print on demand drop shipping model where you can integrate your already built website or certain platforms with Gooten. So Gooten integrates with BigCommerce, Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce, and via API. Like I said, you must be at least selling 100 products per month with Gooten. Gooten has a really good online presence. I do see them doing a lot of social media stuff, especially on Instagram and on Facebook and also on Twitter. They also have a podcast that they have available if you want to check that out as well. I have worked with the lovely people at Gooten and they are amazing. I enjoyed my calls with them. I enjoy working with their team. Overall, pretty good quality with their stuff. I've never had an issue with any of the products that I've purchased or received from Gooten. And the things that I've gotten from Gooten so far goes as follows. I've had a pet bowl, socks, bath mats, laundry bag, and a t-shirt. So if you are thinking about Gooten and you're watching this video or you're on the podcast and there's something that you have some reservations about and you can't get a sample, send me a message, let me know, and maybe that's something I can purchase and do a review on. And because I always say, if one person is asking about this product, I'm sure there's 10 more. I can definitely be the guinea pig and I can check out the products for you guys. One thing I will say with these 3 websites that I have seen is that each of them has like that learning curve of learning the system. It's not as easy as just uploading on Printful. It's one-dimensional. There are steps that are, sometimes a little harder to grasp. That goes with uploading the products. That goes with navigating their website. Same for Society6. I really love their products. They have really good high-end products, but uploading takes a really long time. Same with Spreadshirt. I used to use it all the time when I first started, but things have changed. It's a little bit more difficult to navigate the website, especially if you've never used the site before. So with all 3 of those websites, I would say those 3 are a little, touch and go with how much time you will have to spend on there to make it worth it for you. I have sold something on Society6 already, and I've definitely sold a lot on Spreadshirt. I have not pushed through any of my products that I created with Gooten just yet, but I feel like eventually I will because I really love the laundry bag. All right, so here's some specs about Society6. Society6 is a print-on-demand website where you will have your own beautiful storefront. You can set your own store mock-ups. They have more lifestyle and home upscale type products like bar stools and folding chairs. They also have where you can design for like Star Wars and Disney. You can submit designs to those brands and have it up on your marketplace under those brand names. They also have an affiliate program. They do the student discount wholesale program and a trade program. So with Society6, here are the list of products that I've purchased from them. I've gotten a shirt, sticker, notebook, a carry-all pouch, a cutting board, and a mini print with stands. I think I sold, what did I say? I think I sold something kind of expensive on it. I don't know if it was an apron, acrylic something, or a print. I sold something on Society6. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's, to me, you will do better on Society6 doing all over prints, like a design or a pattern on that platform. With Spreadshirt, it is a print-on-demand website where you can create your own storefront. You can create your products, or you can use the marketplace with your designs that you have. You can set your designs up to be sold in the marketplace where people who may come with no design experience, who are looking to design products on Spreadshirt, and if they use one of your designs, whatever price, I don't know if it's like $1, $2, whatever the price is to use your design, you will get paid for that. That is one thing that I enjoy. Also, they have SPOD, S-P-O-D, which is their white label Shopify integration for Spreadshirt. I have not dabbled into that yet, but I have a feeling I'll be doing a video on this integration soon, just to continue with the Spreadshirt theme. You guys can see the other option, and if you have a Shopify website, you can do this integration and drop ship those products, okay? Spreadshirt does bulk orders. I've done that before. I've emailed them before. I've talked to them before about certain stuff. So like I said, again, you can sell on their marketplace or just sell and have your brand as a storefront. Let me explain this. Spreadshirt is the sell on the marketplace, and Spreadshop is to open a t-shirt store, because I know these words are interchangeable. When I first started, I feel like it was only Spreadshirt, okay? That's all I knew. But with the spread shop, you can do the t-shirt type things. I've been a customer for a long time. Again, if you know my print on demand story, you know that Spreadshirt was my very first platform that I used and I kind of got used to and I used to sell on. So that was my very first site. I don't really sell a lot on there anymore, but I do have products that are still available on my Spread Shop store. I bought nothing but shirts from Spreadshirt. I don't have a review on anything else. I've only ever bought t-shirts from there. I hope that helps you guys get a little better understanding of Gooten, Society6, and Spreadshirt. Also, I'll make sure I link some of the videos that I've done or the playlist. You guys can go check out all of the videos about the platforms that I mentioned in this video. For the Q Money Bag Start of the Week, we are going to talk about anxiety and depression. One thing I would like to let you guys know, that after being in therapy, after having a really good therapist, I have been able and blessed to understand my anxiety a little bit more and understand when I am depressed. So the biggest thing is, it is okay. I'm giving you permission. It is okay to be depressed, not know why, not know how, and not have a reason. You do not need a reason to be depressed. You can just be in a really bad place. You have permission to be sad. It is an emotion. It is a feeling. We are not happy all the time. We are mad sometimes. We are upset. We are disappointed. So why is it that we harp on feeling bad when we're sad? We don't feel bad when we're happy. We don't feel too bad when we're angry, because most of the times there's a reason. But there does not have to be a reason why you are sad. I was just really down, and things that have helped me identify when I'm depressed and when my anxiety is really at a high level. Very sleepy. I forget things. Very simple things. You could have told me early on in the conversation and I'll ask you the same question, because I immediately forget. So I forget a lot of things. It's like I get a brain fog. I don't eat, or I overeat. So there's two different ways it can affect you. It can affect you to the point where I did not eat till 4 o'clock on Saturday. I wasn't hungry. I didn't realize I didn't eat until I realized I didn't eat. I was like, oh, I didn't eat. And then it comes to the point where you need to eat, but you're forcing yourself to eat because you're not really hungry, but you know your body needs this nourishment. So the long chewing, it takes you a long time to digest. You really don't know what you want. So these are little signs of depression that I've noticed in myself. I do get seasonal depression. I can kind of pinpoint the times when my depression kicks in, just because there's underlining events or traumas that have happened around those times. And these events kind of spiral up something in me. Even though I may not remember exactly the time, I can identify when I'm falling into a mental breakdown. And with my anxiety, I feel very anxious. My brain works overtime. I can come up with a brand new business, but I'm aware that I don't have time to do that. But that's my anxiety trying to get me to be distracted. I will come up with hella businesses, and then also I have to control myself, because I have to say, you won't have time to work on this business, develop this business. What I do is, to get rid of that anxiety of starting something new, I write it down. I write it out as much as I can. So if I can, and if I do have time, I can come back to it in the future. Another thing is, like this podcast, I could be recording this podcast. I could do the whole podcast and go back to listen to it and be like, oh, I said that. It's like an outer body experience where you are living through something, but you're not present for it. That is anxiety. I don't know if this has happened to anybody. It's like you're watching your life happen and you're not a part of it. You have to figure out how to do things to be more present. Now, because I'm recording this, I can go back and watch it and say, well, I was there, I was present. But if I listen to it, it's a different thing because it's not a visual representation of what happened. So a lot of things like that has probably happened to you in your life. I can visually see myself hitting my knee, even though I didn't hit my knee. Again, anxiety, fearing for the worst, thinking the worst will happen, waiting for something bad to happen. All of these are things with anxiety. I probably should have gone to school at this point to be a psychologist. The way I be analyzing my anxiety, my depression, and with the help of my therapist, I'm getting my life together and I'm able to freely talk about it more with friends, with other people who are experiencing this thing. And then with all of that, we are all learning, we are unlearning, we are trying to be better. But one thing my friend said, that her therapist said, no matter how much you try, your child will probably still be in therapy for something that you did because you're not perfect and you're consistently learning. So don't beat up on yourself. If you have someone in your life who is supportive, who you can help understand what you are going through, please be able to fully communicate your feelings as best as you can, because that's the only way that you'll truly be able to have someone to be there for you when you have a panic attack, anxiety attack, and when you are going through depression. Having a support system who understands and identifies what you need at that moment. And sometimes it's just to be left alone. Sometimes it's words to lift us up. Sometimes it's just someone to say, I wish I was there to hold you. Just something. They could send you some flowers. They could send you some wine, some candy. They can just sing a song or tell a joke to make you laugh. And things like that matter, because when you're depressed, it's like you have no feelings. It's really hard to get out of that funk. I do explain my anxiety and my depression to them. I let them know, okay, maybe today is not a good day. Can you please help mommy out and not do a lot of yelling? Or I need you to do XYZ. Thank you. We have to take time. We have to be gentle with ourselves. And we have to be able to educate the ones around us. So this was a serious episode at the beginning, but I just want you guys to know that you can probably tell the difference in my tone. You can probably tell how serious this episode was for me, and also how hard it is sometimes to speak about these things. But I do want this podcast to be just more than print on demand. Like I said, it's about books, business, and bullshit. And sometimes my bullshit comes out in full force. And sometimes we just have a good time learning how to make money. But today we had to take care of some business. In between time, in the meantime, we had to really talk to the ones who needed reassurance today that it's okay. You are not alone. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna bust depression and anxiety right up in the mouth. We're gonna box them in the mouth, boy. Okay, so a little geeky came out just now. But until next time,